A lot has been said about how difficult it is to not believe in the 1001 negative scenarios that go through your head every single day. Your insecurities, your fears, does she really like me, or is she simply being nice? Am I a good person, a good friend, a good son? Am I enough? But almost no one talks about the opposite. Have you ever found yourself trapped in thoughts that, instead of being negative, are positive? You imagine how beautiful life could be with that person, how beautiful everything will be when you finally achieve every single one of your goals, and often it even becomes way too specific. You close your eyes and from one moment to another, you are no longer in your room. Now you're entering the house you've always dreamed of. Floor-to-ceiling windows, the light of the city shining on your face. You think, wow, I really made it. And you might even shed a few tears for finally having the life you've always dreamed of. You cook something delicious, go to your room, see the woman you love, kiss her on the forehead and say, honey, let's eat. Dinner is ready. Everything feels perfect until you open your eyes and realize that you're not there. You're back in your room. And now it's 2 in the morning, you need to get up in a few hours to go to that job that you hate or to study that degree that you are not even sure about. And you couldn't sleep at all because you spent the whole night thinking about those ideal scenarios that only exist in your head. And it's hard to stop thinking about those things because it feels amazing. It's as if I'm already there. And I know it's bad for me to create these fictional scenarios in my head, but unlike when I think I am not enough, these thoughts, I like them. They make me feel what I've always wanted to feel. I've seen a lot of people call this mental masturbation, and I don't think there's a more accurate term than that. But now, why do we do it? Well, I think the answer is quite obvious actually. When the life you currently have is far from the life you actually want, you find in these thoughts a way to escape. And hey, there is nothing wrong with thinking about these things from time to time. I'm a firm believer in the law of attraction, and I really think that thinking about the life you want is necessary to actually have it, to create it, attract it, But the issue is when these thoughts start taking up a big part of your day. When you go to make breakfast and something that should take 15 minutes takes 40 because in between you were having all those conversations you never had. You were driving that car you've only seen in photos, or you were admiring the views from that penthouse you've only seen on TikTok. And it's something difficult to change, I know, but I suggest you at least try it. How, you might ask? By trying to focus on the present. You're making breakfast. What do you feel? Do you smell the coffee or the freshly made toast? The cup of the coffee, how does it feel? Is it smooth? Does it have texture? Is it too hot or too cold? And what about what you're eating? Is it sweet? Is it salty? What's the texture like? And yes, it's difficult, very difficult, I know, because you will be trying to focus on the present and from one moment to another, without even realizing, you're already imagining yourself lying down with the head of the girl you like so much on your chest, talking to her about those things you only talk about with yourself. But what you're aiming for isn't perfection, it's at least trying. Because yeah, the first few days you won't be able to stay focused on the now for even 2 minutes, but as time goes by, those 2 minutes will turn into 3, then 4, then 5, and then after a few weeks, on some random Tuesday, you will realize that for the first time in years, you were able to make breakfast thinking only about that, about making breakfast. And not while thinking about how nice it would feel to drive that car you dream of having. And that, believe it or not, will bring you much closer to the life you dream of than anything else. Because when you stop spending hours living a fictional reality in your head to escape your own reality, you will have the time you need to create that reality you so desire. Because when you stop constantly living a reality that doesn't exist, you will be forced to create that reality you so want to live.